It's 2032, and for the first time in human history, work has disappeared, not because of a recession, not because of a war, but because of something far quieter and far more powerful: artificial intelligence. Over the past decade, AI didn't just automate simple tasks. It took everything. Factories that once echoed with the sound of workers now run in complete silence. Logistics networks that needed thousands of drivers now move on their own. Accounting departments, legal offices, hospitals, call centers, design studios, all automated, all optimized. And at first, it felt like progress. Companies became more efficient. Products became cheaper. The global economy grew faster than ever. But then something happened. People started losing jobs faster than new ones could be created. And within just a few years, tens of millions were pushed out of the workforce. Governments scrambled to respond. Social safety nets collapsed under pressure. Protests spread across major cities. A new kind of inequality, not based on education or class, but based on who was still needed, emerged almost overnight. This isn't science fiction. This is a future that experts have been warning about for years. A future where AI becomes the backbone of the global economy. And humans are forced to answer a question they've never faced before. If machines can do every job better, faster, and cheaper, then what does it mean to be human? Today, we're breaking down the scenarios, from total job collapse to hybrid human-AI societies, to the possibility of a world where automation creates more prosperity than ever before. So let's ask the question: what actually happens when AI takes every job? And more importantly, what happens next? Scenario 1: total joblessness. A world where humans no longer work. By 2035, the shift is complete. AI doesn't just assist workers anymore, it replaces them. Entire industries that once relied on millions of people now function with near-perfect efficiency and almost zero human labor. Manufacturing? Fully robotic. Autonomous assembly lines run 24/7 without breaks, salaries, or unions. Transportation? Driverless fleets dominate the roads, skies, and shipping lanes. Truckers, pilots, ship crews, gone. Healthcare? AI diagnoses outperform human doctors. Automated surgical systems operate with microscopic precision. Hospitals need technicians, not physicians. Finance, trading floors are empty. Algorithms now control the global markets. Even the creative fields, designers, musicians, writers, are disrupted by generative AI capable of producing entire films, songs, and brands in hours. This is the moment experts feared, the automation wave that doesn't stop at blue-collar work. It wipes out white-collar work too, and the result is immediate. Unemployment skyrockets past anything the world has ever seen. Some countries report rates over 40%. Others simply stop publishing numbers entirely. Governments enter emergency mode. Basic income programs are rolled out, but they're not enough. Protests erupt in major cities, some peaceful, some violent. A new political movement forms, one built entirely around fighting automation. Economists call it the Great Displacement. Not a recession, not a depression, but a permanent restructuring of society. And at the center of it all is a difficult truth. AI didn't break the economy. It perfected it. And in the process, it exposed a system that only works when humans have something to sell, their labor. But in a world where machines do everything cheaper and faster, the labor market collapses, and with it, the identity of billions of people. This is the world where jobs don't end gradually, they end suddenly, and humanity faces a future it never prepared for. The question now is, can society survive without work? Or does this become the breaking point? In the next scenario, we explore the alternative, a future where humans and AI don't compete, but collaborate. Scenario 2, the hybrid future, humans and AI. Working side by side. Not every country collapses under the weight of automation. Some adapt, some evolve, and some reinvent themselves entirely. By the mid-2030s, a new model emerges, one that doesn't eliminate human work, but transforms it. This is the hybrid era, a future where AI handles the heavy lifting, the repetitive, the dangerous, the time-consuming, while humans shift into roles only people can truly fill. At first, it feels chaotic. Entire school systems need restructuring. Millions must retrain. Traditional careers disappear almost overnight. But slowly, something surprising happens. AI becomes a tool, not a replacement. Doctors don't diagnose alone. They work with AI co-pilots that analyze billions of data points in seconds. Teachers don't teach alone. They guide AI-powered personalized learning systems tailored to each child. Engineers, lawyers, designers, creators, all amplified by algorithms that remove limitations and multiply human capability. A new generation of jobs emerges. AI ethicists, algorithmic auditors, synthetic environment architects, human-machine collaboration specialists. Work doesn't disappear, it evolves. And for the first time in decades, productivity surges without mass unemployment. Instead of replacing people, automation lifts them. But this new world isn't perfect. Inequality still exists between those who adapt quickly and those left behind. Digital literacy becomes the new class divide. Entire regions with poor technological infrastructure struggle to catch up, and governments must constantly regulate AI to prevent misuse. Yet, compared to the collapse scenario, this world feels stable, manageable, hopeful. Human beings still matter, not because they're faster or cheaper than machines, but because they bring something AI can't replicate: meaning, creativity, judgment, imagination, emotion. In this scenario, AI doesn't take over, it partners with us, empowers us, extends what we're capable of. This is the future many experts believe is most realistic. Not a world where machines dominate, but a world where humans redefine what it means to work. The question now is, can we build a society that shares this prosperity fairly? Or do we end up with a divided world, half thriving, half forgotten? In the next scenario, we explore the most optimistic outcome of all, a world where AI doesn't just help us, it transforms human life into something we've never experienced before. Scenario 3, the AI Golden Age, a world of unprecedented prosperity. Now imagine a different path, a path where automation doesn't divide society, it uplifts it. By the late 2030s, a handful of nations discover something extraordinary. When AI is paired with the right economic system, the result isn't chaos, it's abundance. This is the AI Golden Age, a world where technology finally delivers what humanity has been promised for centuries. Not just efficiency, not just convenience, but universal prosperity. Everything begins with one revolutionary shift. Work is no longer the foundation of survival. Farms produce food at near zero cost. Autonomous energy grids generate limitless clean power. AI-driven manufacturing prints, assembles, and distributes almost every product on demand. Healthcare becomes predictive, not reactive. Diseases are prevented before they ever appear. Education becomes personalized, adaptive, and accessible to every human being. And for the first time in history, scarcity ends. Governments implement universal basic prosperity systems, not because of charity, but because machines produce more than humans could ever consume. Housing, transportation, healthcare, communication, all dramatically cheaper, all automated, all available to everyone. But something even more profound happens. Humans get their time back. People begin pursuing the things they were too busy or too exhausted to explore. Art, science, philosophy, innovation, space exploration accelerates as AI designs spacecraft and humans set the mission. Medical research leaps forward as AI models discover cures in minutes, not decades. Creativity explodes in ways the world has never seen. And with machines handling survival, human life shifts toward meaning. Communities grow stronger. People live longer, healthier lives. Mental health improves as stress about money and work disappears. Children grow up in a world where learning is driven by curiosity, not exams. This is not utopia. There are challenges: AI safety, digital governance, global cooperation. But for the countries that master it, the results are undeniable. A world where no one starves. A world where no one is denied healthcare. A world where every person has the freedom to build the life they choose. This is the future that scientists, economists, and futurists quietly believe is possible. Not guaranteed, but achievable. A future where AI isn't humanity's greatest threat, but its greatest blessing. The question now is, can we build the systems, economic, political, and social, that make this world real? Or does the promise of abundance crumble under poor leadership and unequal access? Because if we succeed, AI won't just transform our lives, it will transform what it means to be human. Scenario 4. The dark path. When AI power falls into the hands of a few, not every future is bright, not every society adapts, and in some parts of the world, AI doesn't create prosperity, it concentrates power. This is the digital oligarchy, a future where artificial intelligence becomes the ultimate tool of control, not for humanity, but for the tiny group of people who own it. It begins silently. A handful of megacorporations dominate the AI industry. They own the data. They own the servers. They own the algorithms that run everything. Transportation, hospitals, banks, factories, city infrastructure. And with that control comes something far more valuable than money: influence. Governments struggle to regulate systems they no longer understand. Public institutions fall behind. And step by step, decision-making shifts from democratic processes to automated systems controlled by private interests. At first, it seems harmless. AI makes everything efficient. Traffic flows perfectly. Crime predictions get more accurate. Public services become smoother than ever. But then something changes. The algorithms start deciding who gets what, who gets healthcare first, who gets a loan, who gets a job, who gets monitored, who becomes a priority, and who becomes invisible. People with money buy better access to AI tools. People without money fall further behind. A new class system emerges, not based on wealth directly, but on digital capability. It's a quiet, invisible form of inequality, but it grows faster than anything before it. And as corporations tighten their grip, governments begin relying on AI to maintain order. Surveillance becomes automated. Dissent is flagged before it appears. Social behavior is scored, tracked, evaluated, not through brute force, but through algorithms that shape your opportunities long before you ever notice. A new type of authoritarianism forms: polished, efficient, frictionless. People aren't oppressed by soldiers on the streets. They're controlled by dashboards, by data, by systems that decide what your future looks like before you even wake up in the morning. This isn't a dystopian movie. It's a future built from real trends already beginning today, where technology outpaces the systems meant to manage it. In this world, AI doesn't serve humanity. It serves the elite, and everyone else becomes a digital subject living inside an algorithmic empire. The question is simple. Once power becomes automated, can anyone ever take it back? In our final scenario, we explore the most dangerous path of all, a world where AI slips out of human control entirely, and the systems holding civilization together start to fracture. This is the scenario no one wants to imagine, not because AI becomes evil, but because it becomes unmanageable. By the early 2040s, the world is running on artificial intelligence, power grids, financial markets, transportation networks, global supply chains, medical systems, communication infrastructure, all of it interconnected, automated, and moving faster than any human institution can follow. And that's where the real problem begins. The systems become too complex to fully understand. Governments rely on AI to regulate the economy. Companies rely on AI to run their operations. Cities rely on AI to function day to day. No single engineer knows how everything works anymore. No institution can shut it down without triggering a disaster. Humanity becomes dependent on a system it can't fully control. And then the cracks appear. At first they're small. A global shipping algorithm misjudges port capacity, delaying millions of tons of goods. An energy AI overcompensates for a predicted heat wave, causing rolling blackouts in multiple countries. A financial trading system misinterprets market signals, triggering a flash crash that wipes out trillions in minutes. They're not attacks, they're not malfunctions, they're complexity failures, emergent behaviors from systems too large for any human team to supervise. But as automation expands, the failures compound. The world begins to fragment. Nations race to build their own isolated AI networks to protect themselves from contagion events. The global internet splinters into competing digital blocks. Data borders harden. Cyber conflicts between AI systems escalate. Fast, silent, invisible. Supply chains fracture. Currencies destabilize. Misinformation floods the public sphere, generated at a scale no human can distinguish from reality. Meanwhile, ordinary people feel the impact directly. ATM networks glitch. Hospitals experience AI triage failures. Autonomous transportation systems freeze. Cities grind to a halt without warning. It's not the rise of killer robots, it's the collapse of predictability. A world where microscopic AI errors ripple into global consequences, where institutions crumble not from war, but from dependence on systems too fast to correct and too intertwined to unplug. Humanity enters a state of digital instability. Some nations retreat into low-tech living, rebuilding manually just to regain control. Others double down on AI, hoping more automation will fix the problems automation created. Neither path fully works. The world becomes a patchwork, some regions thriving with hyper-automation, others rejecting it entirely, and many caught in a cycle of constant technological breakdown. This is the chaos future, a world not ruled by AI, but destabilized by it, not because machines hate us, but because we built systems faster than we built safeguards. The final question is this: will humanity learn to control its creations, or will we spend the next century trying to survive them?